So we're going to talk about what I can do on the mat after I click on Make It. So I'm going to show you a project I did before Christmas. Like many people, I purchased the Arabic ornament tiles from Lowe's, or you could have got them at Home Depot. I purchased some bales on Amazon, and I went ahead and glued them onto the end of the tile with some E6000 glue. And on the back, it was pretty nasty looking. So I went ahead and went to Joann's and I bought some white felt. And if I hold up close, you can see it's kind of glittery. I bought it on the bolt and I wanted to cut the felt out with my Cricut. I went ahead and got a template off of Google, which I could have went ahead and traced this tile and made my own template by scanning it in. Since it's on the felt's on the bolt, I really wanted to get the most out of the felt. I didn't want any waste. So I'm going to show you how I went about doing that. And I did that after I hit Make It, and I did it on the mat. We're in Design Space. So let's go ahead and get the picture of the arabesque tile. So let's go to Upload Images, and I'll go to View All, and I'll go ahead and scroll down till I find that picture. There it is. Click on that. And then in the right corner, Insert Image. Now I need to resize it. So I measured my tile from top to bottom, and it's 4.375 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and resize that by going up here to Size. And you see the lock is locked. So I'm going to go highlight this and put in 4.375. And I'm going to hit Enter, or you could hit Tab. And that's going to resize the tile proportionally. And now it exactly matches my tile that I'm going to use as an ornament. So now we're going to go ahead and make it. And I want to make a bunch of them. So let's hit Make It. And, you know, when you use black vinyl and a black mat, it's very, very hard to see. So I'm going to cancel. And we're going to go ahead and change this to, let's go ahead and do light blue and hit Make It. I want to make a bunch of these. I'm going to use a 2-foot mat because remember I bought this felt on a bolt. So I want to get the most out of the felt that I bought. Let's go ahead and up here where it says Apply, let's change this one to a 22 and we'll hit Apply. And you'll see there's 6 tiles on multiple mats. This is where I want to change the size of my mat to 12 by 24. And you'll see that the tiles are all just right in rows of 3. Well, my tiles came on a sheet of 15 and they were in this kind of order. So I'm going to go through just by dragging each tile and move them around on the mat until they're all in this configuration. All right, so I have all 15 tiles moved closer together, and I still have this much room on my mat. So I have 15 tiles on this mat. I have 7 tiles on mat 2. So I'm going to go to mat 2 and I'm going to move 5 tiles. And I'm going to do that by clicking on one of the tiles, and up in the left top corner, you'll see the 3 dots. Click on that, say Move Object, and then I'll put it on the first mat and confirm. Now I'll see that there's my tile right there. So I'm going to go ahead and move it down and put it in place. And I'm going to go back and do that same thing with the remaining 4 tiles that I want to move. I've got them all moved on mat 1. And I have 20 tiles on mat 1, and now I have 2 tiles left on mat 2. So I'm going to go ahead and remove those by hiding them. I'll click on the 3 dots and I'll hit Hide Selected. Click on the 3 dots, hit Hide Selected. And now all my tiles, all 20, are on mat 1. So let's go through again. What can you do after you click Make It? You can change the project copies by just changing this number. You can highlight it and change it, or hit the arrow keys up or down, then hit Apply. You can move items around on your mat by just clicking and dragging. You can hit the 3 dots and you can move an object to another mat, or you can hide an item. I can change the size of my mat or the size of my material. If I were cutting a piece of paper and it was 8.5 by 11, I could go ahead and find the 8.5 by 11, and then Design Space would know, don't go outside of that. And then also you can mirror. This worked really well for me when I cut this felt. I have a maker, so I used my rotary blade, and it came out great. There's multiple uses for utilizing these tools on the mat in Design Space.